Hi everybody, welcome to a continuation of yesterday's video where we analyzed the leaks and rumors about Niko Bellic possibly returning to Grand Theft Auto Online in December 2020 with what will be, according to Rockstar Games, the biggest ever update to grace GTA Online. And for that to happen, we would have to go to Liberty City, but I don't think that's actually going to be happening at all. For now. As much as I would love to see a return to Liberty City, I just don't think it's going to be happening in December 2020. Now, I have been wrong before, but I do instead think, though, that instead of December, that this is going to happen on the next generation consoles. Because when Rockstar announced Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PS5 in June, they said something very interesting. They said it will be expanded and enhanced. And I basically think that the current generation consoles, the PS4, the Xbox One, they can't or would barely be able to handle a map expansion for GTA 5. So what better way to test the power of the new generation consoles and get more players than ever in GTA Online than to just expand the map? If you missed my video yesterday and you're a bit out of the loop, you can either check it out, it's linked down below in the description, or here's just a 20-second recap. So, in April 2020, a leak surfaced detailing the Summer Special Update. Then, when Rockstar announced the Summer Special Update in July, it confirmed this leak from April. That same leaker, who was correct but has also been discredited in other areas, then said that Rockstar Games would be finishing the Mile High Club in downtown Los Santos, and that we'd also return to Liberty City and we would see Niko Bellic alongside his cousin Roman again in the biggest ever update for GTA Online, featuring our latest take on heists in an entirely new location. So that last statement there from Rockstar Games, in an entirely new location, is a very broad term and it leaves tons of room for speculation, which I never like to do, but because there is so much going on in the community, I wanted to address that specifically in this video, or just this two-part series talking about Niko and Liberty City, because everybody would love to see that happen. But is this location entirely new to GTA Online, or the whole game of Grand Theft Auto 5, or the whole GTA series? Well, we don't exactly know, but based on community feedback, there seems to be about 3 options right now as to what this could be. The first of those being North Yankton, the town from Prologue, and that other mission in the single player that we only go to twice. But to hype something up like this, and to have the biggest update ever, and claim that we're going to be going to an entirely new location, and then that entirely new location actually be an old location, but it's just new to GTA Online, being North Yankton, that would just suck. That would be a huge letdown. Yeah, a new location in GTA Online would be really cool, but what would there really be to do in a wintry snow town in the middle of nowhere? It would be cool to have access to this in GTA Online, but if Rockstar were going to do this, I think that they would have done that years ago. Personally, I don't see why they haven't yet, but that's probably for reasons beyond my knowledge of, like, developing games code and things like that. But a location like North Yankton, which you could glitch to in online back in the early days, but Rockstar would quickly patch those, I just don't understand why. Why we can't hop in a plane and just fly over to North Yankton or go to the airport. So that's location number 1. Location number 2 is the Mile High Club, that unfinished skyscraper in downtown Los Santos. There are tons of funny memes about this building, but it's funny because they're all true. So for 7 years now, this building dominating the Los Santos skyline has remained unfinished, but the casino got a makeover overnight. So why has this building not been finished? Well, it would make sense for this to be this entirely new location, as this technically could be classified as an entirely new location. What we have now is an old building, but upon completion, this would be entirely new, with entirely new interiors, entirely new, just everything about it. But, you know, when I think about it too, as cool as it would be to have this building finished, what would it be? I mean, do we get an office and then an apartment and a garage? Everything that we already have. I mean, what else Could there be more to it? A couple missions there, replace some of the old ones that are there kind of out of the construction site right now. Maybe I'm just a party pooper and a negative Nancy, but I just don't think that would be that fun, although it would be cool to see the building just finished in its entirety. Then location number 3, the reason you're watching this video, Liberty City. So, Liberty City is the same thing. It would be entirely new to GTA Online and GTA 5, but not to Grand Theft Auto. So, could we see this? Like I said at the beginning of the video, I just don't think that this is going to happen in December, as much as I would love it to happen. I've been wrong before, but let me tell you why logically I just can't see this happening on the current generation of consoles. First off, if it was possible, just like North Yankton, I would imagine that Rockstar would have added this into Grand Theft Auto Online a long time ago. Or maybe this was their ultimate plan, save the biggest and the best for last, because it seems like Rockstar Games in the past 2 years or 3, after every single major update they do, it brings in more players than ever, and it's bigger and better than ever. We're talking about a game that's going to be 7 years old this year. However, I just cannot see the current generation of hardware being able to handle this. You got to remember, the PS4, the Xbox One are built on hardware from like 2010, 2011. Again, though, I am no expert, and what really seems to be driving fans right now to believe that this may happen is a couple various things added in to GTA Online as part of the brand new summer special update. The first being Niko Bellic in Solomon Richards' office. So, as we know, we can go around the map hunting different props. Well, to start this mission, you actually go to Solomon Richards' office, and on his desk, there's a magazine covered up with a file, but one corner of it is showing, and it's an image of Niko Bellic. Now, a lot of people seem to think that this is a new Easter egg, but I went back to a video I made in 2015 showing off this office, and this isn't new. This is really old, and people are taking that and running with it, but there is no new Niko Bellic Easter egg, so that is discredited. However, though, during this movie prop mission, one of the props is actually located on a house out near Sandy Shores, and this prop is located on a table, and underneath this prop is a wanted poster for Niko Bellic. Now, that wanted poster has been in the game since the very beginning. It's always been there, but why would this movie prop be located on top of Niko Bellic? Could Rockstar be hinting at something? As we know in the past with older Grand Theft Auto games, Rockstar Games is very notorious for doing this, but I personally think this is nothing too special as well. The cubed arcade from Grand Theft Auto 4, where it was originally started, was added into GTA Online. You can buy this arcade for your arcade room, and cubed, like I said, is from Grand Theft Auto 4, so fans seem to think, hey, that's Rockstar teasing us again. But personally, I think Rockstar's just adding in a fan favorite arcade, and that's that. And lastly, a twat shirt was added in as kind of a special unlockable for logging into GTA Online, I believe. And the twat is the name of the internet cafe in Grand Theft Auto 4 where we saw this. And again, I just don't think that's the case because there are tons of Liberty City unlockable shirts like the Statue of Happiness that I unlocked way back in 2014. And there's so much more stuff referencing Liberty City that I don't think just from this specific update alone that's Rockstar hinting at anything. Also, some more things floating around that seem to point to Liberty City coming is this image right here. It's apparently of different texture files found within Grand Theft Auto 5 that read GTA 5_Liberty. However, there's no credibility to this. I couldn't find an official source. I saw this in another person's YouTube video. So until then, I cannot confirm nor deny this one. But the last source that we have is what I think to be the most interesting, but boring at the same time. So when the GTA Online Summer Special released just a few weeks ago, a bunch of source code within Grand Theft Auto 5's game files was updated. Now, I'm not too educated to speak on this topic or break it down, but basically, GTA Online limitations such as TXD or just texture files, I believe, were increased to an insane number. And I saw this tweeted by Ryan M2711, and he said, upon the new update for GTA Online, limitations such as TXD files have been increased from Unit 16 to Unit 32, and that's a really big number increase that I don't know what exactly it means, but this is undoubtedly preparations for the big update later in the year. And I asked the question because I didn't know about this, but I said, Based on this limit increase, do you think that's enough for, say, the Mile High Club, or are these numbers on the map expansion scale, implying or insinuating Liberty City? And Videotech, very renowned guy in the community, responded saying, well, let's say if Rockstar wanted to make both updates, they won't have any problems. This increased limitation will last throughout GTA Online's lifespan. They won't have to worry about increasing it ever again. So this is very broad, but with this texture increase, it means that, yep, Rockstar could add in the Mile High Club. They could finish that. They could add in Liberty City, as well as any other GTA Online update for probably the foreseeable future. Let's say the next 2 years, we get some pretty big updates. So, that begs the last question, though. Can we see Liberty City in GTA 5 or GTA Online? Yes, but will we see it in December on the PS4 and Xbox One? Most likely, no. But can we see it expanded and enhanced on the PS5 and Xbox Series X? Yes. So only time will tell there, but that's kind of my official thoughts and opinion on this. I would love to see Liberty City and Nico come back, but as far as Liberty City, I just don't think that's going to be happening right now. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you enjoyed, subscribe, click notifications, turn that on, please, and also give the video a thumbs up. Your love is greatly appreciated, and I hope to see y'all in the next one.